Hello everyone, welcome to Kshetra Official. Today's topic is subject and predicate. It is a simple concept but very useful because it guides us about how to construct sentences in English. When we make a sentence, we do two things. Number one, we name some person or thing. We call it the subject. It is either a noun or a pronoun. Number two, we say something about the subject. It is called the predicate. The predicate says what the subject does or what it is. There must always be a verb in a predicate. Now, I will give you some example sentences to make you understand subject and predicate well. David drives a car. The sentence is about David, so it is the subject. Drives a car says about what the subject does, so it is the predicate. Every predicate must have a verb. Drives is the verb in this predicate. I bought a dozen oranges yesterday. Subject is always doer of the action. Who bought oranges? I. Since I did this action, the pronoun I is the subject in this sentence. Bought a dozen oranges yesterday is the predicate. Bought is verb. The railway station was full of people. The sentence is about the railway station, so it is the subject. Was full of people is the predicate. Was is verb. A peacock dances gracefully. Peacock is the doer of the action, so it is the subject. Dances gracefully tells about the subject, so it is the predicate. Dances is the verb. Walking is good for health. Walking is name of an activity. It is a noun. The rest of the sentence tells about walking, so it is the subject of the sentence. Is good for health is the predicate. Is being verb. Generally, the subject comes first in a sentence and the predicate follows. But in some cases, the subject may come anywhere. Look at some examples. Once there lived a king. This sentence tells about a king, hence it is the subject. But as you can observe, the subject comes at the end of the sentence. These kinds of sentences can be seen in the beginning of some stories. Here is your pen. Your pen is the subject in this sentence. It comes at the end. While offering something to somebody, we say these kinds of sentences. Where did you go yesterday? This is a question. You is the subject of the sentence. In questions, the subjects do not come in the beginning. Sometimes we give orders to our listeners or request them for something. In these sentences, the subject you is missing. Let us look at some example sentences. Study well. It is an instruction or an order. It means you study well. In these kinds of sentences, the subject you is missing. It is only understood, not spoken. Please give me your book. This is a request. It means you please give me your book. In request also, subject you is understood but not spoken. As an additional information, you should remember this point. In many occasions, we give orders, commands, instructions, directions, or advice to the people around us. As we have seen in the last two example sentences, In these sentences also the subject you is missing. These subjectless sentences are called imperative sentences. imperative. Imperative. I am saying the spelling of this particular word is to highlight the importance of these kinds of sentences in day-to-day spoken English. I will give you some example sentences. Pause this video and note them down. Identify subjects in these sentences and see if they are nouns or pronouns. Also, find out verbs in these sentences. We must learn one more important thing here. According to one classification, verbs are two types: transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. If a sentence has a transitive verb in it, it takes an object. It means the effect of the action falls on someone or something. The receiver of the action is called the object of the verb. Let us look at some example sentences to understand subject, verb and object concept. The policeman arrested the thief. The policeman is the doer of the action. Arrested is the verb. The effect of the action fell on the thief, so it is the object. Look at one more example and see how the object is found out. They sell furniture. They is the subject. Sell is the verb. What do they sell? Furniture. So it is the object. Now I will teach you how to find out subject, verb and object in a sentence. First, find out verb in the sentence. It is easy because, as we know, verbs are words of action. Then find out who or what does this action. That is the subject. Then ask a question with verb plus whom or what. The resulting answer is the object. It is as simple as ABC. Let us find out subject, verb and object in these sentences using the formula we have just learnt. Sunita sings songs. You have to first find out verb in this sentence. That is easy because verb is an action word. Look for the action word in this sentence. Yes, you are right. Sings is the verb. Find out the subject now. You have to put a question with who plus verb. Here in this sentence, who sings? The answer is the subject, Sunita. So Sunita is the subject here. The third part of the sentence is object. To find out object, we have to put a question with verb plus what or whom. In this example, we have to put what. Sings what? Songs. So the answer here, songs, is the object. If you think you have understood this grammar lesson well, you must find out subject, verb and object from these sentences. Take a paper and pen, note these sentences down and try for yourself. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comments section below. In the example numbers 4 and 5, two objects will come. Please like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to Kshetra official channel. Have a nice time. Thank you.